Anime Death Spiral, the only anime podcast you can purchase directly through your brain chip. Welcome back. We are talking anime. Surprised?
I sure am.
You are? You shouldn't be. Because we watched a bunch of anime.
I watched a little bit of anime. I read some anime.
I read a little bit of anime. Still reading through 20th Century Boys. Still chugging through that one. I'm going to get there eventually. Lots of new stuff has been coming out, so I've been getting distracted. But I want to talk about anime-ass anime right now, because we both watched anime when I was up there hanging out with you in your weird little basement where you got your projector set up. We watched that horrible Pirates of the Caribbean movie. And that reminded me of something really weird that exists, which is Disney anime. You're familiar with this concept?
I am familiar with the concept. I know the one that you want to talk about today. I'm not sure if there's any that exists beyond that, you know.
Oh, there are.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. There's a whole kaleidoscope.
So first of all, you didn't watch it. I thought you were gonna. I watched an episode of the Stitch anime, the anime adaptation of spin-off of Lilo and Stitch that came out in like 2008.
No, I didn't want to watch that. It looked like trash.
Yeah. God damn it.
Well, not interested. I'm interested in the phenomenon, but I don't want to watch that shit.
Okay, but before we get into that, what other Disney anime adaptations do you know that exist? And like, are you counting the Star Wars ones that just came out?
Yeah, sure. I count the Star Wars ones. I mean, that is some legit ass anime that
yeah, but you know, it's not
Disney owns.
It's Disney owned. It's not like Disney. Like, you know what I mean.
You mean like Disney princess type shit?
Well, yeah. It's not one of the feature-length animated movies that they are known for.
Yeah, sure. I mean, obviously, like, there were Japanese studios that did work on some of those Winnie the Pooh lesser-known spin-offs.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the weird sequels, like, they made a couple of those Aladdin sequels. What else?
Well, I mean, that's all kind of part of the popular trend from the 80s and 90s of shipping the animation labor overseas. That was just, it was cheaper to hire Japanese studios at that point.
Yes, that's what I mean. That's
not anime, though.
But you don't count that because it doesn't have the anime look. Well, does Stitch have the anime look? I know it looks more anime.
It's full anime.
Yeah?
Yeah. The Disney characters, of which the only ones they retain are the alien ones. Those retain the Disney designs pretty much, faithfully. But but everything else, it is anime. It is anime.
Anime?
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure what other show to liken it to, but it definitely has all of the classic affectations. Again, that quote, like, I can't define pornography, but I know it when I see it.
I know it when I see it. Well, I know that it was made... Well, you watched episode 1, season 1.
I could only get one through... First of all, there's 3 seasons. So this was popular with somebody. I could only get through one episode because, for the life of me, I could not find the subbed version in Japanese. I had to watch the American dub, which is laughable. I really had hoped that you had watched at least the first episode too, so we could talk about that, because it comes off similar in quality and pacing to like those Yu-Gi-Oh or Dragon Ball abridged like YouTube series.
It's that bad, really?
It's really bad. Like, they don't even try to word match the mouth movements.
Now, can you swear to me that you're saying this from an objective place and not simply from an anti-dub place?
No, I've made it no secret how I feel about dubs overall. I admit that there are some out there that they're decent and watchable even.
We've mentioned a few before, yes.
I mean, the Cowboy Bebop, as far as dubs go, is a pretty dang faithful adaptation of what those characters would talk like with English dialogue. I think. I think
sure, whatever that whatever that means.
Yeah, whatever that means. No, whatever this was bad. This was really bad, and it also seemed like it was maybe undirected. Maybe they did the voiceover live just over the episode playing, like for the voice actors.
Yeah, not unprecedented, really.
So first of all, the setup for this show is wild. It takes place in an alternate universe, in anime world.
It's not a sequel?
Well, it is a sequel. So the very first scene in the first episode is Stitch flying away from the space police, I guess, because
from Hawaii.
Well, no, he's left Hawaii because it takes place in the future where Lilu is grown up like with a boyfriend and a kid. And so Stitch is like, fuck that, I'm out, and leaves the planet.
Oh my god.
And gets sucked into a black hole where he gets transported to an alternate Earth that is anime, and he like crash lands in Okinawa.
Okay, so it's an alternate universe Okinawa.
Yes, but it alternate in strictly the sense that he is now in anime world, not Disney world.
Wait, so are you implying, when you say that, are you implying that the first scenes where he's leaving Lilu is like Disney animation world?
That is what I can only surmise. They don't show anybody but the alien characters. We don't see any human designs to verify, but he does get sucked into a black hole and says, "Oh no, I'm getting sucked into another dimension," and then he crash lands in modern day Okinawa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it's crazy. There he meets a little Okinawan girl who practices karate, and she's kind of a tomboy.
Naturally.
Like, yeah. And there's a evil hamster, I believe, that is like the main villain.
There's an evil hamster?
Yeah. Well, they call him Dr. Hamster. He's an alien that looks like a hamster. Yeah, his job is to send alien threats down to Earth to mess with Stitch and Yuna, is the new girl's name.
That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, no, it's wild. Why'd you make me watch this?
Because it's weird. It's weird shit. Okay. Is the animation good at least? I don't know.
No, it's awful.
They don't do a good job with the animation.
No, it's stiff.
Even though it's
cheap.
Madhouse?
Even though it's Madhouse.
See, I thought, okay, the reason I was interested in the first place was because it was a Lilo and Stitch show created by Madhouse.
Now,
and I was like, that sounds
here's
wild.
Something, again, I have to reiterate, I did not watch I could not find the original Japanese audio, and so maybe there was some heavy editing in terms of like actual animation flow to make the audio sync up better to mouth movements, because there are like straight up like jerk frames where it's like moving at 12 frames per second so that it can linger on the English dialogue longer.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
It's really bad.
Wow. Well, that's how unfortunate. Lilo and Stitch is, like, all things considered, like one of the better ones of the Disney canon. I gotta say, it's one of my fondly remembered.
I like it because it has one of the more stylistic and memorable, art direction takes out of all those modern Disney animated films. And it was
because it's got a weird little gremlin.
Well, yeah, it's got a weird little gremlin, but it comes like right at the tail end of when they stopped doing like traditionally 2D animated, like high production movies, right? The last one was Princess and the Frog and that tank.
Yeah, skip that one. Sorry.
Hey, I mean, I liked it, if not just for Keith David. He carries that movie.
Sure, Keith David rocks.
Yeah.
He fucking rules.
He's great. I love him.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought this would maybe have a better chance. Honestly, I think maybe I just had high hopes because of the Madhouse thing. But now that I'm thinking about it, Madhouse definitely did do some real questionable shit.
Hey, they need a paycheck just like everybody else, man.
Madhouse needs paychecks. I totally get it. But did you ever watch Snoop Dogg's Hood of Horror?
No.
You didn't watch that?
No.
Okay, so this is one of the things I remember from that movie.
Wait, did Madhouse animate that too?
Madhouse helped animate parts of that movie.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And the Disney connection I think I was making is because they did do a bunch of those Marvel animation. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
The Marvel animes? The various ones?
Yes, they did there was an X-Men anime that was kind of popular.
There was a very famous Wolverine anime.
Yes, yeah, I think that's the one. Wolverine and the X-Men.
Yeah, and it really sucks bad, unfortunately. Logan should really thrive in an anime environment, but they really dropped the ball. It's hard to describe exactly what makes the Wolverine anime suck shit, but you're gonna have to trust me here because I really do not recommend going and watching it. It's a real waste of time.
Yeah, I can't believe that they didn't. I haven't seen it. Maybe they did, but I feel like that's pretty ripe to lean into his whole, he had that very famous arc in the 80s that maybe Frank Miller did. Don't quote me on that. Don't fact check me.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Where he, goes to Japan and studies Bushido to, control his violent anger problem.
Yes, which they eventually made into. Oh shit, which one was that?
That was just the Wolverine.
The Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
When they were doing that horrible trend where they were just calling things the.
Yes.
Right before Logan, which they had stripped it even further down.
No, that was I want to say maybe 5 or 6 years before Logan came out, dude.
Right, but they didn't do one in between. It was Wolverine Origins, then The Wolverine, then Logan.
Well, yeah. So he had a cameo, I think, in that First Class movie. But that was really more of a wink and a nod, so no, they didn't do
Oh, yes.
movies.
The famous scene where they go into the bar and he tells them to fuck themselves.
Hey, you really know these movies. You must love them.
I really know these movies. Also, he is in the time travel one where he goes back to the 70s, I think.
Oh yeah, that was between that and Logan.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, that one was kind of fun. I have to admit, that's the one with that great Quicksilver sequence. If I could catch time in a bottle.
Wait, well, they pulled that twice. So they did that, and I think in the first movie, whichever the first movie that Quicksilver shows up in. They do the Sweet Dreams sequence.
Yes, I like the Time in a Bottle one better, to be honest. Maybe because I just like the song better. Did you ever see the Muppets show episode where they do that song?
No.
Oh, fantastic rendition.
I gotta look that up. I love the Muppets.
I love the Muppets. I love that song. It's
I love
great.
that Evan Peters. Love that Evan Peters. Quicksilver, baby.
Evan Peters fucking rocks, dude. He's totally underrated.
I don't think that he is underrated. Let's not say that.
Okay, well, Chris Pratt is getting huge, massive fucking Marvel movie leads, and meanwhile, Evan Peters is sitting here getting what? Quicksilver cameos? He fucking dies in that second First Class movie. Fucking sucks. What the fuck?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a producer and major character in all of those American Horror Story seasons.
And he deserves it because he worked his ass off on those
He's great.
shows.
I love him.
He's fucking great. And a lot of those seasons that he's on suck shit. But he's fucking acting his ass off.
I'm not gonna say that I've been a consistent fan of every season of that show. It's hard to be because it swings so wildly in writing and what it tries to cover.
You remember the one where he plays the incel?
Wait, you mean the cult one where he starts the incel cult?
Yeah, he lives in his mom's basement.
That was actually the last season that I watched because it got too close to home. They were doing that right after the fucking 2016 election, and I was like, all right, I get it, guys. That's a little. May we take this thing a little bit more seriously now?
Yeah. I was like, please pull back a little bit. Just a little bit. You know what I was thinking of with this Disney shit? Kingdom Hearts is not the only Japanese Disney video game.
Are you talking about that? Are you talking about the prince or the sexy villain like dating sim?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Oh,
Villain World?
yes.
No, Twisted Wonderland.
Twisted Wonderland.
Yeah, baby.
There were all kinds of posters and advertisements galore for that around Tokyo when I was there a few weeks ago.
Oh, is it still popular?
It's huge.
Because it's like a few years old now.
Oh yeah, no, it's still going strong. There's like a dedicated section of the subway line that just goes to Disneyland, and all along the indoor corridors when you're walking between trains there, plastered with posters for Twisted Wonderland.
Hell yeah, dude.
It was really fun trying to look at the designs and figure out which villain they were adapting, because it is not clear a lot of the time. They take some heavy liberties turning that Bishojo Rei on those villains.
Oh yeah, do they fully yassify like every Disney character?
Not everyone, but the ones they get pretty granular with the ones I've seen. Like the shark from Little Mermaid was one.
Cool. I don't remember that guy's name. I know that I've seen Scar is in the game.
Yeah, Scar's in there.
Because there's nothing sexier than Jeremy Irons.
Hades is in there because there's nothing sexier than James Woods.
Yeah, oh yeah, everybody says this constantly. What's really sad to me is that the chick from Snow White is in there, but she's just called like Witch. Like I don't think they ever gave her a name.
No, that's dope. That's funny.
Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah,
it's messed up, man.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a picture real quick. We're just gonna take a quick aside, and you try and identify who all the villains are here.
Okay. Yeah, send me a picture. I'll probably ace this because I'm really good at this. All right. So, boy one, he's got a tan. He's got a tribal tattoo. He's got a tooth necklace and cat ears. So this is obviously Scar.
Yep. Yeah, that one's pretty
obvious. It's gotta
obvious.
be Scar. Okay, the next guy. This is he's got kind of a effeminate face, ashy, kind of sandy colored hair. He's wearing a crown. He's got a purple, red, green, gold color scheme. I want to say this is... Shit. Is this Evil Witch?
Which Evil Witch?
Evil Witch? From Snow White?
Yeah, no, you're right. It's the Evil Queen from Snow White.
Okay, cool. Okay, next one is very obvious. We've got a dude. He's got a black and green kind of color scheme. Got sort of a bizarre, almost biker outfit, but like more extra than that. Big giveaway here, though. Between his strange, what is that, a flight attendant hat? He's got two curvy-ass horns. That's obviously Maleficent in boy dragon form. We've got the blue flame boy. He's the emo-looking boy. That's obviously Hades. And this last one is really throwing me, though. We've got like kind of a purple pinkish hair with the black and green of Maleficent, but I guess this can't be Maleficent because we already had Maleficent. Is this like Maleficent 2? Is this a Maleficent variant or something? He's got like a belt girdle.
So what I'm actually learning here, what I'm looking at, is it's a Hogwarts system. Sorry to invoke that, but they have school houses, and multiple characters embody the traits of each of those houses that are based off the villains.
Oh my god.
So we got 3 different Scars, baby. We have 3 different Ursulas.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. 5 different Queen of Hearts. All sexy anime boys.
Okay, so who are we missing? We gotta have a Jafar in there somewhere, right? I mean, who's sexier than Jafar?
Oh yeah, here, hold on. You can see for yourself.
Oh, there is a Jafar?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I want to see Jafar.
We got 2 different Jafars to choose from.
Okay, let's look at the houses. Okay, you've linked me to the houses. We've got an Alice in Wonderland house, a Lion King house, Little Mermaid house, Aladdin house, a Diasomnia dorm.
That's Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty, the Hercules house, the Snow White house, and something called the School Staff, which is kind of a cop-out, if you ask me. Okay, this guy's name. I clicked on the on the Scarabia dorm, and I'm immediately presented by 2 very how could I describe these looks? Hungry-looking anime boys. One is called Kalim Al-Asim, and the other one is called Jamil Viper. So I'm already calling bullshit. This is a little intense for me.
This is absolutely huge still.
I can see why. I can absolutely see why.
And it's a gacha game, buddy.
Okay, that's pretty dope, though. All right. Okay, well, let's move on then. I was hoping maybe there'd be something redeeming in that Lilo and Stitch thing, but I guess the redeeming thing is that now we can get really into Twisted Wonderland. We can like make that our identity for a little while. Gotta love you always have to have like an active gacha game in your life, or else what are you doing, really? Okay, well that's I'm thoroughly Disney-fied. I'm gonna go download Twisted Wonderland on my phone right now, and I cannot wait to pick what absolutely sexied up Disney villain I'm gonna fall in love with. You know, once you start falling in love with sexy anime boys, you can't stop. It's an endless cycle. Okay, well, let's take a break so I can go put together my Disney Sona. Okay, guys, I've worked out the Disney from my system. I had to cut my finger and squeeze it out. I lost a little bit of blood, but I think I'm still cogent enough to move on to our next segment. Finally, Nate has come through. You read my prescribed trash rom-coms. Is that correct?
Yes, I made it through
Thank
the
God,
list.
finally.
I read, as promised, I read at least 1 chapter for everything. I read much more than 1 chapter for a few of these, because it turns out that they were actually good and not trash, but we'll get into that.
You could say they're good all you want, but you cannot say they're not trash. I'm sorry, I have to raise an objection there.
All right, let's start with the first one on this list that you gave me. Longtime listeners will remember a couple episodes back when we went over this initially. And,
yeah.
So what do we got here? We got Jigo Kuren, Death Life / Love in Hell.
Now hold on, which one? Did you read both of them?
No, I read the first chapter of Love in Hell.
Okay, I believe that is the sequel, so you started with number 2.
Okay, whoops.
It doesn't matter. If that's true, the second one's better than the first one anyway. So, yeah. What did you think?
I mean, it was okay. I don't know. I didn't like the art that much. I'm looking at it again now. The overall premise, like a guy who, by his own admission, he's like, well, I never committed any crime, so I must be going to heaven, right? He wakes up in hell after dying from getting drunk and falling off his balcony. and he meets...
He gets isekai'd, but he gets isekai'd to hell.
Yeah, which is very funny.
Yeah, which is a good bit. I guess going to heaven or hell really is the ultimate isekai experience when you think about it.
Catholic isekai.
Yeah.
But he meets a cute demon, girl demon. I don't know if she's a succubus or is she just a girl demon.
No, she's just a demon. They're assigned to each sufferer as their torturer, their personal torturer.
Yeah. Why it has to be a cute anime girl, I'm not sure. But
it's just how it goes.
Yeah, it seems to be mostly like a gag comic. He does something stupid or horny, and she levies some kind of grotesque punishment upon him.
Well, so the idea, right, is that through suffering, you can kind of work off your mortal debt.
Oh, so it is a Catholic isekai.
Yeah, it is very much Catholic in that way. But also, suffering is also transferred basically into their currency. So, like, he starts off naked, right? Mm-hmm. And he has to suffer quite a lot before he can buy himself a pair of underwear. So a lot of newbies in hell don't even have clothes yet, and they have to kind of like take their suffering as it goes.
No, there's a very funny gag where he decides to cover up his nakedness with an iPod.
Yes. Firmly planting it in time.
Yeah, talk about dated.
Did they get in the first few chapters that you read? Did they do any of the really intense gore shit?
Yeah. So they in the very first chapter, like, they have him see another dude that's in hell being tortured by another cute demon girl, and he keeps doing horny shit, and then she tears off his skin.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah, I got the vibe.
Yeah, I really like those. I think, I realize that's probably off-putting for some people. I happen to think that's incredibly funny. I love the attention to detail that they put in for no reason. There's no reason to go that extra with the gore in that comic, but I appreciate the dedication, I think that's a true craftsman. Yeah, I like that one.
That was pretty good. I like the next one on the list a lot more, and that's the Do Chokyu Kareshi ex Kanojo.
Yes. Overly honest boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, that is very funny. I like that entire setup.
It's good.
A dude who Jim Carrey cannot tell a lie or be dishonest in any circumstance.
Okay, hold on, because when you say Jim Carrey, that implies it's being coerced. He is not being coerced. He's just like that.
Okay, no, you're right. It's more of a Jim Carrey and Yes Man kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And the girl who has a crush on him, and I didn't quite get it from the first chapter, but is she also incredibly honest?
No, she is not.
It's just him.
She's pretty much just a regular girl who is inspired to be more honest by him, I think.
As should we all, I think it's a good message.
I agree. Let's take his example to heart and be oversharers.
I would put that on a do recommend list. Check that one out.
I like that one a lot. I have to say I like the ones I recommended for the most part. I don't recommend shit that I think sucks. Like that's not my bag, baby.
That is a honorable stance to take. You could have given me a lot of worse stuff, I suppose.
Yeah, I could have just fucking machine gunned stupid bad shit. There's an ocean of that, but I chose the cream of the crop of bad stupid shit. Okay, that one's fun. What else did you read?
I read several chapters, I think like maybe 8 or 9 chapters of Virgin Extinction Island.
Yes, now this one is pretty bizarre.
This is just having a good time. I don't see this a lot in anime where it's just straight up like goofball, I hesitate to say this, but almost like South Park energy,
It's better than South Park.
Definitely
it's
better than South Park. Way better than South Park, but
it's very funny.
You know what I mean, right? It's being intentionally irreverent at every turn.
Yeah, it's goofing. It's goofing it up.
Yeah, it's goofing.
It's very funny. Best depiction of a U.S. president since Baki. 100%. One of the funniest things I've ever seen in a manga.
So when the U.S. military shows up out of nowhere and the PM is just like, we didn't approve intervention.
No, that's after a mysterious virus starts taking the lives of virgins who reach the age of 18.
Only male virgins.
Only male virgins, yes. Females are spared. And let's not get into the gender binary of it all. That's we don't have to. It doesn't think about it too hard, okay?
It doesn't think about a lot of things too hard.
Yeah, United States President Donald Trump declares a complete travel ban on all Japanese people.
Again, dating it.
And yes, the way he is drawn, cross-eyed and drooling, is like one of the funniest things. Yeah, I really like that one. It's so fucking stupid, and it truly manages to sidestep, without being a coward about it. It does manage to sidestep the very obvious pitfall of this concept. I think you can, if you think about it for even 2 seconds, you can probably put it together. How desperate 17-year-old boys who haven't fucked might be if they're gonna die. Let's just say that it doesn't go that way. It doesn't go that way.
It could go a lot of ways, but it doesn't go that way.
It doesn't go that way, so don't worry, okay?
I personally really like that it takes the stance that it's very clear that the virus is only killing horrible dudes. Like
piece of shit guys.
It's not I think what the vibe I'm getting is that the virus is not targeting virgins, it's targeting incels.
Well, I mean, I think that there is a subtextual element there. The incel virus, yes, it proves fatal. It's a very funny concept, and it is taken to its logical extremes in a honest way. I really like that one.
Yeah, no, give that one a shot. It's great.
Sure. What do you got on the next?
This one I only read one chapter of, the Matoseihe no Slave.
Hoo boy.
You're into this one, huh?
Hoo boy. Now this one, you know what? It's hard to say that I am into it. I'd rather not even admit to having read it, but like I said, we are all taking Overly Honest Boyfriend's example to heart, and being honest, being fully transparent, being fully honest. I have read probably over 80 chapters of Magical Slave Unit. The concept, look, if you read the first chapter, the concept is so brazen. It slaps you in the face with one of the most bizarre and truly offensive concepts that exist currently in the rom-com, dare I say, ecchi space, that I just had to know. I had to know. Okay? So fuck you. I read a bunch of this comic. That sucks. It sucks and it's not good.
Yeah, no, I got that vibe. That's why I only read one chapter. Listen, there was stuff I liked about it. It had a cool art style, you know. Well, you can't say that about a lot of stuff. Like, you know, just being honest. Like, there's
it has
a
cool art style. Yes.
Yes. Weren't slouching in a style category, so no
it's got good
points
art
there.
Yes.
It is in fact the content that I find offensive.
What part? Which part?
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly how far it stretches the concept of the overall premise of the...
Oh, I'll tell you.
But for those who don't know, it essentially it takes place in a world where like demon dimension like pockets just kind of randomly open up every now and then, and monsters come in and kill people. And there is a paramilitary unit of sexy anime girls that have superpowers.
Now, why are they only girls, Nate?
Well, so there's like magical peaches, I guess, that grow in the demon dimension. That if you eat
magic
them,
peach.
Yeah. If you eat them, if a girl eats them, she gets superpowers. They don't do anything for dudes. So first off, this is already taking place in like an alternate universe where modern gender dynamics are flipped, but in like a trashy titty anime way.
Yeah. Like almost like women become powerful and men become submissive.
Yeah, that keeps popping up as a theme.
Yeah, like women are dominant and men are submissive to them.
And one of these sexy magical demon fighting anime girls, like her superpower is if she quote unquote enslaves somebody, she can empower that person with like amazing fighting abilities. And our main dude, who is your classic nobody of a person, as is the standard anime protag flair.
Hey, he's got some personality traits, like his sister went missing.
Sure. Okay.
He's sad about that.
He has a family. Great character.
He's also good at cleaning and cooking.
Is he good at that? I can't remember. Do they establish that? It's just like qualities that he has?
He is essentially a house husband.
Okay. Well, fair play to him.
Submissive.
Yeah, classic submissive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That made me feel gross. I don't talk like that, people. I don't talk like that in my regular life.
Now, what happens when she compels him to be her slave?
She discovers that in classic anime fashion, he's the best at being her slave, and he has the most slave powers when she's empowering him.
You can't say it like that. It feels so wrong.
Hey, buddy, take it up with Japan, not me.
There's got to be a better way to address the concept. Slave is in English in the title, though, so I guess it's really hard to talk around it. And what happens when he transforms into a super slave?
Well, after he wins the fight, she is magically compelled to. Let's leave that part to the readers.
You can't even. You're too ashamed to even bring it up. Okay. Yeah. Well,
they do some heavy hand holding.
Yeah. There's some skinship.
Yeah.
Let's just say that one is not so much a rom-com as it is
hey buddy,
smut. It's smut.
I know porn when I see it.
It's smut. Well, you know what? The thing is, it's not really porn, because like if you went into it expecting porn, you'd be really disappointed. It's like the softest core porn you could possibly imagine. It goes in, like drives to the hoop, and then like misses the layup every single time. That's the kind of porn it is. Okay, well,
it's a boner comedy, but like heavy on the boner.
It's a boner comedy. Yeah, more boner than comedy, really. Okay. Oh God, can we move on,
keep
please?
Moving. This next one is another one where I read like probably the most of, I want to say like 15 or 16 chapters, which, isn't saying much. They're short chapters. They're like, 6 or 7 pages long, usually. Maybe even less than that on a bunch of them. But the series is Shachiku Succubus no Hanashi.
Yes.
This one is really cute. I like this one a lot.
Yeah. It's almost the opposite of Maho Seiji no Slave.
So this one is about a succubus who is like bored and tired at her job of like going to the human realm and depleting sleeping men of their dream energy or whatever, right?
Their dream energy, yes.
Their vitality.
Yes.
And it is about a regular dude who is like bored and tired at his job, who is having his vitality siphoned by the succubus, and they just kind of like hit it off and have a good time with each other.
Yeah.
And like they start like making time in their schedules to like hang out and like do stuff with each other. It's very cute.
It is very cute.
And if you know, I'm sure it hits close to home for a lot of people. Of just like, I wish I just had like a person to chill out with, because
yes.
So you know the setup is succubuses.
Succubi.
You know, they go and they find a vulnerable dude, and they make his wildest dreams come true in his dreams. They can manipulate
in
dreams.
His dreams.
And
so not really come true. He just makes his wildest dreams.
They can make him dream about whatever they want, and in exchange, you know, they suck their energy. And this dude just is like constantly wishing for like low-key chill stuff to do. Like she's trying to tempt him into going to like a hot spring, you know, a classic anime sexy hot spring scenario, and he like wants to take a bath in a barrel drum in the woods above a campfire.
Yeah.
She's like, "Why do you want to do this, bro?" It's like, "Well, I saw it on a documentary once and it looked cool.
I thought it would be really relaxing."
Yeah, I thought it sounded really relaxing, and I never get to go to the forest.
Yeah, so it's a gag comedy, basically like the opposite of the one before, where the premise is implying that it's about to be sexy, and then it's not.
Yes.
But what it is, instead of being sexy, is like cute and harmless and just kind of homey. Well, I guess,
you know, they do the porn scenario thing. It's like, you know, I'll do anything you want. And he's like, "Do you want to go see a movie?"
Yeah,
like that sounds kind of cool. Like no one ever goes to see a movie with me.
Yeah, and the whole idea is, instead of like just getting off or whatever, and then she like fucks off, their relationship gives him energy that he needs to like improve his horrible desk job life.
Yeah.
Spending time with her just doing nothing like allows him to escape the handcuffed to a desk life that he fucking hates.
Well, okay, so
he starts improving himself, and like she discovers that like she's really lonely, and actually she just likes spending time with somebody. It is very cute and simple that way.
Well, the one that killed me is the one where he asks if she'll take him in his dream, you know, to the amusement park that he used to go to as a kid, and she's like, "Why do you want to go here? This is boring. Like you can do anything in your dream." And he's like, "Well, you know, I've always wanted to come back here, but I always thought it would be weird to just like be a single guy. Like you gotta have to be a kid or be with a kid to be here and not be creepy."
Yeah, and also he works every single day, and he works like from 6 to 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has no energy to cook for himself. One of the things he wishes for is a home-cooked meal.
Yeah. That part is pretty depressing.
Yeah, no, it's dystopic in that way that we are currently living in a dystopia.
Yes. Yeah.
That's cyberpunk, baby.
Yeah. So it was strangely melancholic for at first glance titty comedy. But it's very cute and fun, and it's nice. It's just kind of nice.
Yeah, no, absolutely do read. Highly recommend on that one.
Yeah, okay.
What have we got? Oh, Hachio of False Memory Loss. This one was also cute. I might go back to this.
It's very short. You can burn through it very quickly. There's not a lot of it.
Okay, good to know. This one is about a female gang leader, like biker gang.
She's the delinquent.
Yeah, delinquent queen. She's the delinquent queen. And the manga opens with her getting in some kind of vague accident and quote unquote losing her memory. And so now she has like the persona and attitude of just a regular demure classic anime schoolgirl. You know, shoujo character schoolgirl, right?
Yeah, a stock shoujo anime girl.
Yeah. But the twist is that the boy that she has a crush on, that she is trying to get close to, he likes the gangster persona. He's into delinquents, and B, she's pretending to be an amnesiac because she thinks that he likes regular girls.
Yes, classic. What a classic setup.
So we got a comedy of errors, classic comedy of errors,
classic comedy of errors,
classic 12th Night going on here.
Yes, and this is no joke. This is like a pretty well-established genre, like the demure kid who falls in love with like the gangster chick, which I like. I like all iterations of this.
It's like My Life for real, bro.
Yeah, for real. The nice thing about this one is, unlike a lot of comedy of errors, it gets to the point very quickly. It's short and sweet, and that's the best thing about it, because man, if these go on too long, it just gets so fucking annoying. So short and sweet, that's the way to do it.
I mean, yeah. I've always said about British comedies and anime, short and sweet. Get to the point.
Short and sweet. Short and sweet, get to the point. What's the next one?
Yome ga kore na Monday, or what I'm assuming means my wife is an alien. Don't fact check me.
Yeah, baby, yeah. My wife is an alien.
Classic 4 gag comic. I really, really like this one. I haven't read all of it, but I got pretty sizable chunk into it. It's, 4 for those who don't know, is a 4-panel format. Pops up a lot in these like comedy-based ones. They're usually gag-based, and this is all about a dude who is married to an alien and the struggles of being married to an alien while trying to hide that fact, and I like it a lot. It's got probably one of the coolest and most distinctive art styles that I've seen in a long time, coming out of published manga.
It has a good art style. It has a distinct visual identity. Also, her alien form looks cool as hell.
Yeah, I love that.
She's got crazy tentacles. She looks sort of like a combination of like a tall gray and that weird baby thing from the first Men in Black movie. You remember that thing?
You know what she looks like? She looks like the fish man from Shape of Water, but she has like Medusa hair tentacles.
Okay, so yeah, that too. She looks cool as hell.
Yeah, it's great.
And they're very cute, and what I like about that one is that they're not just like cute with each other. Sometimes he's like kind of a dick, like, but in a very real way, where like sometimes he's just like kind of a dick, but he feels bad about it, and they work it through like a married couple, right?
Yeah, no, it's a very grounded and relatable take on a totally unrelatable situation.
It's weirdly overly emotionally honest and realistically grounded for a newspaper comic about fucking an alien.
That's one way to put it. Although I take back what I just said. I don't think that it's actually that unrelatable at all, because at its core, it's essentially like a comic about being married to someone from a different culture than you.
Yes, well, that's exactly it. It is that is the soup stock.
Yeah. It's just taken to the comical premise of, well, what if instead of being from a different country, they're from a different planet?
Yes, and it'd be fun to like really read really deeply into it, like the way she has to wear her human skin when she leaves the house, because she feels pressured to conform to Japanese society.
Yeah,
and the way he has a lot of anxiety about her foreignness coming out when they're spending time with other people,
or meeting her alien parents.
Yes, exactly. Like, there's a lot of really great stuff in that comic. I think it's really, really good, and it just has this weird depth to it that you don't find, A, in most rom-coms in general, and B, in a fucking newspaper comic.
You know what? I'm gonna say about this manga, you got heart, kid.
It's great. What's next?
Last one on the list you gave me was Onizuka-chan and Sawaride-kun.
Oh, God.
Did not get super into this one. It had chops, I'm not going to lie. It had a premise I was, almost on board with, but then it just ended up being fetish shit.
Pretty much, yeah. I threw that one on kind of just last second. Honestly, right now I would have swapped it out for Witch Watch, but whatever. It is
title.
what it is.
Love that title. Witch Watch.
Witch Watch? Yeah, it's about a guy who has to watch a witch.
Oh, love that.
I know. Straightforward.
Love that. Love Witch Watch. Love Bubble Bobble.
Bubble Bobble's great.
Good titles.
But what about Salary Day?
This one takes place in a world where your classic array of monster girls exist, and you have what our main two characters are Onizuka-chan, who's like, she's an Oni, I'm assuming. She's got little demon horns. And Sawaride, who's like a weird perv dude who has a fetish for touching things.
I was, to be charitable, I want to say he has like a specific, he's suffering from an oversensitivity issue. We could say like maybe he's a little bit autistic, so he has a hard time reading the room, and he doesn't really understand like people's personal boundaries. That might be a charitable way to describe him.
Yeah, that's not how I would phrase it. I would call him a weird little perv.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
You're putting much too charitable of a spin on that.
I'm trying.
But his thing is that he's like obsessed with touching many different types of textures, right?
Yes.
And part of that is like mostly, I guess, expressed in the comic as him trying to touch various parts of these monster girls.
He wants to touch the monster girls.
Yeah. Who can blame him, really?
Look, when you see a weird lizard tail, you want to get your hands around that thing.
And the frustration of the titular Onizuka-chan about why he's like not interested in touching her horns anymore.
Yeah, well, she's like, her whole thing is that she gets very frustrated because she wants to be possessive. Like, he should only be touching me because she's into him. Why are you like touching all these other people? You should only be touching me. That's it.
Yeah, no, that's it. So I got that. I got that one and done. I don't need to keep going.
Yeah, I bounced pretty fast off that one. I don't know if it ever takes any turns. I have to assume at some point it does something different, but I really don't know. And besides it looking like a pretty clean, like the art style's pretty clean, it looks good. The monster girls are drawn in kind of a fun, interesting way, but nothing particularly super distinctive. So yeah, I would probably swap that out for Witch Watch at this point. Read that one instead.
And that was it. That was the list you gave me.
Wow, that brings us to our dramatic conclusion of Trash Romcom Hour.
You can stop bugging me about it.
Well, you're going to have to... There's going to be another pile on your desk soon.
Oh, it never ends.
It never ends. Let's take a break for a little bit and allow our incredibly beautiful and handsome best friend listeners to quickly add those to their reading pile.
I do want to say, hey, listener, good outfit today. You look good.
You're looking great today. And also, you're reading really good manga. You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a break.
Handsome and beautiful listeners, as July rapidly approaches and the spring season winds down, I wanted to talk about like what's coming up because there's some exciting stuff. You know what? I have to be honest, not quite as exciting as the spring season. We had some like serious fucking heavy hitters this season, and I think at the end of June I want to talk about kind of like wrap up what we had been watching and kind of talk about our thoughts on those things. But right now I want to look forward and to July and talk about what I'm really excited about. I mean, straight off the bat, I want to say that July 6th is Jujutsu Kaisen's second season.
Hell
and
yeah, baby.
The second season includes my favorite parts of Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't want to spoil it or anything, but I really think this is like series high is what happens in season 2. So I'm really looking forward to that stuff. We got more Gojo, we've got more Itadori, we've got some really wild new characters, we've got some intense fight scenes. I'm really looking forward to it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, love that movie. Came out, what was that, last year or was that the year before? Came out the last couple years. That was a good one.
Last year.
Love that
Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, which was basically completely original content. They wrote a short comic to go along with it, but like that was all just to introduce one character who won't even appear in season 2. But don't worry, if they ever make it to a season 3, he will be there as well. Mappa has like 1 million shows.
Yeah, I know.
Being juggled right now.
Love those guys.
They're just going, well, they're going wild because they have so many shows going on right now. Not even under their belt. I mean, like literally running concurrently, which is just really wild. I mean, yeah, they're probably they're working those dudes to death for sure. Like R.I.P. F's in the chat to those poor animators. I hope some of you survive. Now, of course, I feel like we don't even need to say it, but obviously summer season's gonna have a big fucking another helping of ridiculous isekai shit. Jobless Reincarnation season 2.
Boo.
Yeah. Bleach, which technically is an isekai. Can we finally admit it? Bleach is an isekai. The Thousand Year War stuff is happening still, so that's gonna be July as well. Don't really care. I've long since given up hope on Bleach. Plus 1,000 years of Bleach. No thank you.
Yeah, no thank you. You know what I say to people that like Bleach? I say go watch Jujutsu Kaisen. That's everything you like about Bleach, but better.
Or watch the Bleach live action movie. That'll cure you. That'll fix you. There's a 3rd season of Rent a Girlfriend, just a truly odious thing. That I hope I never actually read because I'm very scared that I would actually like it.
Oh no.
I'm gonna just put that in the cupboard and not think about it. They're doing I think this is a movie or a new series of Horimiya shorts or something to cover the manga stuff that they didn't do in the show. I like Horimiya. I think I've talked about it a little bit. It's once it's kind of jumped its first hurdle, rom-com hurdle, it kind of gets a little repetitive, but I still like the concept. Horimiya is very cute. Definitely a good entry into anybody's rom-com stable. And I think the animation's pretty good too. So that's being done by Clover as well, which is like
haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, they don't miss. They're doing a season of The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, which honestly almost made it onto that trash rom-com list because it is trash rom-com.
Oh, is it?
The entire concept of The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses is contained within the title. Nothing else happens.
She forgets her glasses?
The girl that he likes forgets her glasses before school.
And
every day.
Every day?
Pretty much every single day.
What?
Yeah.
How can it happen every day unless you're like doing it on purpose?
Well, you got to read to find out, right?
Oh no! I'm already 5 chapters in since you said that.
She's just a fuck up. I mean, that's I don't want to put that on her, but she fucks up a lot.
Okay, what else we got? Devil is a Part-Timer season 2.
Yeah, now I've said the thing about Devil as a Part-Timer being that like initially I do find it kind of interesting. I like the concept because the
I don't. I don't.
I liked it at the beginning because it is a reverse isekai, which I've said before I prefer to the straight isekai. And it's about a demon king and an epic hero who are dragged into our world and stripped of basically all their power. So they have to live horrible, normal, modern lives. And he gets a job at McDonald's, and I find that juxtaposition to be quite humorous.
Okay, Frasier.
Yeah, the problem being that every possible scenario that could be entertaining or interesting about that concept happens within like the first 12 episodes, and then there's nowhere else to go.
Do you need more than 12? Like, where is...
No, you don't. So I don't know why there's a season 2. In fact, season 1 goes on like past 12 episodes, so I don't know why. I don't know why that happened. Watch like the first, I don't know, 6 episodes of Devil is a Part-Timer, and then call it quits. You'll be happier that way.
Moving on here, I see that we're finally getting a anime adaptation of the Jim Carrey classic Liar Liar.
Oh, very excited for that. I'm so excited. You know, they call him the man with the rubber face, and is there anyone more suited to being animated with lots of smear frames, right?
Oh, wait, no, hold on. I gotta scratch that. This is not an anime adaptation of Liar Liar. This is a softcore porno. Oh, whoops. That I got egg on my face. Sorry, Jim.
Wow. So I'm probably gonna give it a shot. I mean, look. Death games are my thing. I really don't know how to make that any clearer to you. It's a gambling death game, so obviously it's not, as much my thing. But whatever. It's basically kakegurui, but the main dude is a dude instead of a chick, so that's a little more boring, but whatever. There's something called Reign of the Seven Spellblades, which, man, what a bad title.
Yeah, I'm already out. No interest. Move on.
Yeah, work on the titles. It's like video game. I keep saying video games have terrible titles.
Yes.
And at least anime usually has really bad titles, but usually we can attribute that to like bad translations.
Well, that and, in Japanese, the use of a first-person style title, like we've made it fun of several times, like with those light novel series, it just sounds better in Japanese from everything that I can gather.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
So, you know what else is coming out in July? The Rurouni Kenshin reboot. What's up?
Well, no,
yeah.
This is Oh yeah, reboot. Okay, yeah, I'm into that. Looks like they're trying to mostly retain the anime style from the 90s.
Trying to shake off that pedophile stink.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Wait,
oh boy.
Did that happen with the manga author?
Man, how many times is this gonna happen every time we talk about Rurouni Kenshin? Yeah, that dude's a fucking pedophile.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
I liked that so much when I was a kid. I repress that every time you bring it up.
I know. You're not the only one.
What else we got? What can we look forward to?
I mean, there's some real trash looking stuff. There's the My Senpai from Work is Tiny and Cute. You pretty much get everything you need out of the title there.
I'm sold. I'm gonna read the manga right now.
There's the isekai about the guy who's reborn in the fantasy world as a vending machine. Don't really need to tell me anything else about that. I think I get the idea. There's the isekai where the man's unique skills makes him OP, even at level 1.
Wait, hold on. Even at level 1?
He starts off at level 1, but he's already OP.
I don't understand how that could even happen.
What could this unique skill be? I mean, what is this unique skill?
It makes him OP at level 1.
It looks like he maxes out his stats at level 1. Because
that's OP.
Yeah, it is pretty OP to have max stats at level 1. I have to say, they're not wrong about that. I never said anything about isekais being technically incorrect. They are technically correct. We've got some more villainous shit. I can't even read the full title of this villainous thing because it's too long.
I'm just so unenthused by the whole concept of the genre. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm not the demographic.
It's shoujo isekai.
Okay.
All
right.
That's what it is. You know how fan fiction is obsessed with like villains to lovers, enemies to lovers thing?
Sure.
It's sort of an entire genre built around that idea.
I don't know about that, man.
There's a show called Dark Gathering coming out, which I've watched a trailer for, and I think that looks pretty fucking cool. I don't know really anything else about it except for a minute of its animation, which is enough to sell me, so I don't know. We'll see. That's the studio who did believe it or not, did the 80s run of Berserk.
No way.
Yeah, recently did Summertime Rendering and Nagatoro-san.
Yeah.
Did Komi-san, Komi Can't Communicate, along with a bunch of other stuff. Now this is one that's really exciting to me. The Helk anime. Helk is finally getting an anime. I am so fucking excited. Helk is intense, man. I love Helk. Helk is
a demon tournament for King of Hell, right?
Yes. Helk starts off as a very simplistic gag comic and then grows to basically like Lord of the Rings level fantastical complexity and emotional intrigue. It is one of the most insane developments in any narrative ever. It's so fucking insane. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Reading that thing from chapter to chapter is one of the weirdest experiences you can have in manga. I very much recommend it. It's awesome.
Now, I don't know if what exactly you're excited for, but I'm looking at this list here, and I've heard nothing about this, but I am infinitely intrigued by The Masterful Cat is Depressed Again Today. This looks great.
You skipped over Undead Girl Murder Farce?
We can go back. I want to talk about this.
Okay.
This thumbnail has a giant cat in a kitchen apron, and I'm intrigued.
You love that shit. This is the studio that did 3 different versions of K. I don't know if you ever watched that, but it's kind of ridiculous trash, but looked good. So I bet the animation's gonna be pretty nice.
This is the same studio that did the girl I like forgot her glasses.
Yeah, so they're premiering 2 shows at the same time. Copelion's pretty well known too, so that's interesting. I guess this one is maybe not super animation intensive. It is based on a web comic. It looks very cute. I'm sure it's cute. A working girl. Oh, no, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, not a working girl.
Not a working,
a girl
sorry,
who works.
Excuse me. A grown-ass woman who has a desk job. Not a working girl, excuse me. Slip of the tongue. She adopts a cat that turns out to be a magical cat that, like, does her chores for her, I guess?
Yeah, no, I'm in. That sounds great.
Yeah. Sure, why not?
It's like Clifford the Big Red Dog, but for haggard 20-somethings. Haggard millennial 20-somethings.
Wait, did Clifford, like, do house chores?
Well, he did, like, giant dog shit. He did giant dog shit.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was my joke. That was my joke about his giant dog.
Please, God, no. Please stop. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably cute. Undead Girl Murder Farce is one that I'm a little curious about because I did read the first chapter of Undead Girl Murder Farce. First few chapters. The first murder case. And while I found its attempt at, like, murder mystery stuff, like, pretty bad, I don't think the person writing it, like, really knows what a, like, murder mystery story is supposed to be.
Well, you know, the trick is that you start at the end and then you work backwards to establish the mystery.
Oh yeah, is that how they do it on Columbo?
That's
Columbo starts at the end and then puts the end at the beginning, right? Isn't that the whole Columbo thing?
I don't know. I've never watched that anime.
Wow. Well, Undead Girl Murder Farce is basically Columbo, but Columbo is decapitated and his immortal head is kept in a birdcage for some reason and carried around by, like, a weird little duo consisting of magical boy and magical maid.
Dope.
Yeah, and then Columbo, immortal Columbo solves, like, fantasy mysteries.
That's less interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be good, it might be bad, but the art is incredible in the manga. I mean, truly, truly beautiful stuff. Shame about the story writing. I don't know if there's really that much more interesting stuff. I'm looking down the list.
Although that one about the dairy farm, that looks pretty cool.
The dairy farm, that really caught your eye. Yeah.
Oh, hey, I thought I recognized that. That's Hiromu Arakawa, the Full Metal Alchemist author.
Oh, there you go. I'm sure it'll be just as good.
Well, it's just her little self-insert character that she did in all the bumper pages in those books. She always drew herself as a little cow character like that.
Because she worked on a dairy farm.
Dope. That's cool.
Yeah. The series that she's doing right now is still really good. Still reading it. Still really like it. Maybe her weird dairy farm thing is going to be cool. I don't know. I don't know shit about dairy farms, so maybe that'll be interesting. Besides that, I don't know. Synduality Noir. It's got a cool thumbnail, but I don't really know anything about that. Idolmaster, fuck off. Level 1 Demon Lord and One Room Hero, fuck off. Bang Dream, It's My Go! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Fuck off. Fuck off. Yami Shibai, I don't know how there's 11 seasons of Yami Shibai, but the thumbnail looks great. I'm definitely going to watch 10 seasons of that before July.
Sure, why not?
Don't care about Card Fight Vanguard. Don't care about Shadowverse. Just horrible Pokemon ripoffs left and right. And this last thing, Ikamono-san, I have no idea. I have no idea what to make to that.
That looks like it might be kind of cool. Atsushiwada, I've heard that name before.
Who knows?
Thrown around in not trash circles, just gonna say.
Okay. We'll keep our eye on that. And as far as announced stuff goes, that's pretty much it. I think that's not a bad haul, though. I'm excited.
No, that's not bad at all. What's coming out in? We don't have time to get into everything, but is Dungeon Meshi? Is that fall? I'm seeing trailers come up for that more frequently now.
Yes, that is not summer. That is going to be later on. Spy Family movie is in fall, so already super hyped about fall.
Hell yeah.
That's going to be good shit. But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
No, of course not. Be here all night. Let's leave it at that with you, dear listener. Keep your eye on those things. There's some stuff to check out in there.
Yeah, watch some anime. Why don't you? I mean, we're watching all this anime. The least you could do is help us out by watching some of it for us. Jesus
halfway.
Christ. Well, read the stuff that we just said. Read the stuff that we talked about. Watch the stuff that we said and talked about. That's basically our only call to action that we have. I don't think we've ever even asked for a like and subscribe like all the other dudes, so come on, at least do this for us, right?
Yeah, we don't even plug our own shit.
The only reason we do this is so that you'll read and watch.
This really is a service. Not really. We're not trying to make millions, the millions that other podcasters are making out there, right? We're doing this for you.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get into the podcast business like all the other guys to chase the fame and glory, or all the money and women either. Like it's not really our concern.
There are tons. Don't be fooled. There are tons out there.
Yeah, we're not in the game for that stuff though. Leave it to the younger men. Well, let's fuck off and I guess watch more Disney anime.
Don't put that out there. I don't want.
I'm gonna start doing some gotcha polls in Twisted Wonderland. So peace out, my beautiful, handsome best friends and listeners. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye. No sub that you could find disturbing. Don't like that.